What if I told you, everything you believe about money is a lie? The shocking truth about the average person's money is something nobody is talking about, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Because the reality is, the lifestyle you see online? It's fake. The wealth you think everyone has? It's exaggerated. But today, we're exposing the shocking truth about the average person's money using real data, not opinions. Some of these statistics will shock you, some will scare you, and one of them might completely change how you see your own financial life. By the end of this video, you'll finally understand the shocking truth about the average person's money, and more importantly, how to use that knowledge to make smarter, better financial decisions. So if you want to stop guessing and start seeing reality clearly, hit subscribe, because what you're about to see is not what you expect. Let's dive in. Stat number 10. The negative equity trap. Let's start with the statistics that highlights a massive, silent wealth killer happening in driveways we all see across the country. That's right, over a quarter of people trading in their car for a new one are, in financial terms, completely underwater. They owe more on their old car than the car is even worth. The average amount is a staggering $7,200. Let me break that down. Imagine you go to trade in your SUV. The dealership says, "We'll give you $15,000 for it." Sounds okay, right? But when you look at your loan statement, you will realize you owed $22,200. That $7,200 difference doesn't just vanish. It gets rolled into your new car loan. So you're instantly starting your new 7-year loan in a deep financial hole. Why is this happening? It's a perfect storm of 8-year car loans, pandemic-era price inflation, and the brutal reality of depreciation. A new car loses a huge chunk of its value the moment you drive it off from the car dealer. My number one advice for you: 1. Seriously consider slightly used car. The sweet spot is often a 2 to 3-year-old car. Let someone else absorb that initial, massive depreciation hit. 2. Your car is an appliance, not an avatar. It gets you from A to B. Buying a car purely for status is one of the fastest ways to drain your bank account. I'm not saying don't enjoy your car, but be honest about your motives. 3. Follow the 20th of April 10 rule. If you must finance a car, put at least 20% down, finance for not more than 4 years, and ensure your total monthly auto purchase costs, payment plus insurance plus fuel, are less than 10% of your gross monthly income. Stat number 9. The buy now, pay later debt illusion. This next one is the modern-day debt trap, and it's dressed up in a very convenient, friendly disguise. The average user of these buy now, pay later services is carrying a balance of over $800. And it's not just for small purchases anymore. People are using it for furniture, electronics, even groceries. The most shocking part? It's not just a problem for those struggling. A recent study found that 41% of users have an annual household income over $100,000. This isn't about necessity, it's about the psychology of painless spending. Breaking a $500 purchase into 4 small, $125 payments tricks your brain into thinking it's more affordable. But late payments are rampant, with over 26% of users admitting they've missed a payment, incurring fees and damaging their credit. My takeaways for you: 1. The afford it twice rule. If you can't afford to buy the item outright, twice over, you probably can't truly afford it. This is a simple but powerful mental check. 2. It's a gateway habit. BNPL normalizes carrying debt for everyday items. This can easily spill over into worse financial decisions. 3. Debt is debt. Even if it's interest-free for 6 months, you've still committed your future income. That's a liability on your personal balance sheet. Stat number 8. The $21 trillion sleeping giant. Now, let's talk about a statistic that is both mind-boggling and heartbreaking. There is over $21 trillion sitting in deposit accounts in the US. And according to the data, a massive 79% of people are not using a high-yield savings account. They're leaving their cash in traditional savings accounts, earning a paltry national average of 0.45%. Let's make this real. If you have $10,000 in a regular savings account, you'd earn about $45 in interest after a year. That's a mediocre dinner for one. But if that same $10,000 was in a high-yield account paying 4.25% APY, you'd earn $425. That's a new tablet, a nice weekend getaway, or, better yet, more fuel for your investments. You're leaving hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars on the table every single year, completely risk-free. My takeaways for you: 1. Your emergency fund is losing value. Your safety net should be working for you, not just sitting there. Move your emergency fund to a high-yield account today. 2. It's not investing, it's optimizing. This isn't about risk. It's about being smart with the cash you already have. It takes 15 minutes to set up and can earn you a free vacation every year. 3. Start small, win big. Even if you only have $1,000 to start, the principle is the same. Get your money into an account that respects it. Stat number 7. The $1,000 emergency fund. This statistic is so fundamental, it reveals a deep fragility in the average person's financial foundation. More than half of us are one unexpected car repair or medical bill away from financial disaster. We've become a paycheck-to-paycheck nation. How do people plan to cover it? 28% said they would put it on a credit card, digging themselves into a deeper hole. Breaking it down by age is even more concerning. Over 36% of Gen Z and 31% of millennials have no emergency savings at all. This isn't a judgment, it's a wake-up call. Without a buffer, life becomes a constant state of financial anxiety. My takeaways for you: 1. Your first financial priority. Before investing, before extra debt payments, your number one goal is to build a starter emergency fund of $1,000. 2. Peace of mind is priceless. Knowing you can handle a curveball allows you to sleep better at night and make clearer decisions. 3. Segregate your savings. Do not commingle your emergency fund with your checking account. Out of sight, out of mind. It makes it less tempting to dip into for non-emergencies. Stat number 6. The median bank balance reality check. Let's talk about what people actually have in the bank. The median bank account balance in the US is around $8,500. Now, you might look at this and think, okay, I have $12,000, I'm doing great. But context is everything. Your bank balance is a function of your income and your expenses. For someone earning $50,000 a year, $12,000 is a fantastic safety net. For someone earning $200,000, it might be a sign they're spending way too much. The key takeaway here is not to compare your raw number to the median, but to ask, does my cash cushion fit my lifestyle and obligations? My takeaways for you: 1. Don't benchmark blindly. Use statistics as a guide, not a gospel. Your right number is unique to you. 2. Make your cash work. If you do have a healthy cash balance, see stat number 8. It must be in a high-yield account. 3. Income is the engine. The primary driver of being able to save more is earning more. Invest in your skills. Ask for that raise. Side hustles. Increasing your income solves a multitude of financial problems. Stat number 5. The forgotten IRA mistake. This one is a silent retirement killer, and it's more common than you think. Nearly 1/3 of people who roll over their old 401k into an IRA make a catastrophic error. They leave the entire sum sitting in cash, uninvested. They think the act of moving the money means it's invested. It does not. Imagine this. You spend 10 years building a $100,000 401k invested in stocks. You change jobs, roll it over to an IRA, and it just sits there as $100,000 cash for the next 5 years. You've missed out on potentially tens of thousands of dollars in growth. The receiving brokerage doesn't automatically invest it for you. You have to log in and tell it what to. My takeaways for you: 1. Focus on what you can control. You can't control the stock market, but you can 100% control how much you save. Obsess over that number. 2. A small increase makes a huge difference. Increasing your savings rate from 5% to 10% can cut decades off your working life. 3. The ultimate leverage. As your savings grow, then the magic of compounding returns takes over. But you have to give it something to work with first. Statistics number 4. The power of patience and the market double. Now for some powerful good news. Despite all the volatility, the stock market has a remarkable long-term trend. Historically, the market has doubled in value roughly every 7 to 10 years. Yes, there were bear markets, corrections, and crashes. In fact, about once every 5 years, the market drops by 10 to 20%. It's not a bug, it's a feature. This volatility is the price for incredible long-term growth. If you look at a chart of the S&P 500, through every single crisis, the dot-com bubble, 2008, the pandemic, the market has not just recovered, it has soared to new heights. The key is patience and holding the investment. If you had pulled your money out during the 2008 lows, you would have suffered losses and missed the massive bull run that followed. My advice is for you: 1. Time in the market is more important than timing the market. Staying on the sidelines means your cash loses to inflation. 2. Embrace the volatility. See market dips as a sale on stocks, not a reason to panic. This mindset shift is crucial. 3. Index and relax. For 99% of people, a simple, low-cost S&P 500 index fund is the best investment to create wealth. It's passive, diversified, and captures the entire market's growth. Statistics number 3. The new age of homeownership. The American dream has been postponed. The average age of a first-time homebuyer is *39 years old. Back in the 1990s, it was 28. That's an 11-year delay. Why? Soaring home prices, student loan debt, and a reassessment of renting a house or buying a house. In many cities, the monthly cost of owning a home is significantly higher than renting a comparable property. This has led many financially savvy people to choose rent and invest the difference, which can sometimes be a smarter wealth-building strategy. My advice is for you. 1. It's a lifestyle, not a mandate. Don't feel pressured to buy a house because it's what you're supposed to do. It's a huge, illiquid investment. Make the decision based on your life plan and the mathematics, not on social pressure. 2. Think long-term. If you buy a house, plan to stay for at least 5 to 7 years to ride out market fluctuations and cover transaction costs. 3. Budget for the hidden costs. Your mortgage is just the beginning. Property taxes, insurance, maintenance, and WA fees can add hundreds to your monthly bill. Statistics number 2. The top 10% net worth club. So, what does it take to be in the top tier of wealth in America? To be in the top 10% of all Americans by net worth, you need approximately $1.1 million. Now, this might sound like an impossible amount, but net worth is your assets, house, retirement accounts, investments, minus your liabilities, mortgage, loans, debt. The key insight here is that high income doesn't automatically mean high net worth. I know people earning $300,000 a year who are living paycheck to paycheck because of their spending habits. Your net worth is the true scorecard of your financial discipline. My advice is for you. 1. Track your net worth. You can't manage what you don't measure. Use a free app or a simple spreadsheet to track your net worth every quarter. Watching it grow is incredibly motivating. 2. Wealth is built, not earned. It's not about your salary, it's about what you do with the money you keep. 3. Start where you are. If you're not there yet, don't be discouraged. Every millionaire started at zero. Statistics number 1. The savings rate superpower. And now, the number 1, most powerful, and most overlooked statistic of them all. Investment return. When you are building wealth from scratch, your asterisk savings rate is infinitely more important than your investment returns. Who reaches $100,000 first? Most people say Sam. They are wrong. It takes Alex about 9 years. It takes Sam over 12 years. Even with a return 5 times higher, Sam loses because she's saving half as much. The amount of money you sock away early on is the rocket fuel for your financial future. My advice is for you. 1. Focus on what you can control. You can't control the stock market, but you can 100% control how much you save. Be obsessed with that amount. 2. A small increase makes a huge difference. Increasing your savings rate from 5% to 10% can increase your wealth. 3. The ultimate leverage. As your savings grow, then the magic of compounding returns takes over. But you have to give it something to work with first. Outro. So there you have it. 10 jaw-dropping money statistics that expose the real picture of 2026. From car loans that sink you before you start, to the simple, powerful act of saving that can change your entire future for good. These aren't just figures. They are lessons. They are warnings and opportunities. My goal today isn't to scare you, but to empower you. Knowledge is power, and now you have the knowledge to avoid these mistakes and build a financially solid future. Which one of these statistics shocked you most? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. If this video brought you any value at all, please hit that like button and subscribe for more financial education. Thanks for watching. Stay smart with your money, and I'll see you in the next one.